Good morning, students. Today we have to start with the second program of CS1 of C++. So let's start with the second program of C++. In the first, in the previous video, the first program we have done initialization of array and then sort the array by using bubble sort. So you have to execute that program at your end. And when you execute the program, suppose you have given these numbers, any of 5 or 6 numbers or 10 numbers, it will display you the result in the sorted form, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever will be the number, it will arrange all the numbers in the sorted form. So let's start with the second program of C++. The second program of C++ is write a function in C++ that exchanges data by using pass by reference. Pass by reference means you have to make use of pointer variables and use a swap function to interchange the given two numbers. So it means you have to write a program for swapping of two numbers. Swapping of two numbers means which will interchange the values, and with swapping you also have to make use of pointer variable, because it is mentioned in the question that you have to make use of pass by reference. Pass by reference means pointer variables. So let's start with this. The first statement you have to write is hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h, hash include string.h. Now start with the definition of the function. So first of all we have to define the function. I already told you so many times that function definition means we have to define the function, what the function will perform. So we have to give number of statements or whatever you want to perform. You have to give statements in the function definition, and then after that we can call that function anytime whenever we require that. So first of all we have to define a function. So this is how you have to define a function. Void swap. Void is the data type. Swap is the name of the function. You can use any of the name, but I have used relevant name because the function we have to create is swapping of function. So that's why I have taken the name of the function as a swap. And in the bracket you have to declare two variables, int star p, int star p1, int star p2. Star p1 is the pointer variable p1, and star 2 is the pointer variable p2. So we have declared two pointer variables p1 and p2, and this is the function definition. And you know that the function definition always ends without semicolon. Do not put semicolon at the end of this statement because this is function definition. Now what we want to perform inside that function. So start with the curly bracket. Curly bracket, for example, we have to use any variable t for temporary variable to store the data temporary. So that's why we have to initialize that variable. So initialize the variable t with the integer t. So t is the variable whose data type is integer. Next is t is equals to star p1. Star p1 means it will transfer the value of the pointer variable p1 to the variable t. T is the temporary variable. So this statement will transfer the value of the pointer variable p1 into the t. Now p1 is vacant. There is no value in the p1 because we have transferred that value in the t variable. Now in the second statement, transfer the value of the variable p2 into the variable p1. p2 is another pointer variable. In the first statement, I have told you that p1 is now vacant because we have transferred the value of the p1 into the t. Now p1 is vacant, so in the second step, transfer the value of p2 into the p1. So now we have occupied the p1 with the value of the p2. Now p2 is vacant. at this statement P2 is now vacant because we have transferred the value of the P2 into the P1. Now transfer the value of T into the P2. So in the first step we have placed the value of the P1 in the temporary variable T. So the value of the P1 is in T. So transfer the value of T into the P2 variable, that is pointer P2. So students, whenever you have to perform swapping of two numbers, we always require temporary variable because we have to keep the value of that variable in the one variable in the temporary variable. Then only we can swap the values of two variables, and at the end you have to transfer the value of temporary variable to the another variable. So this is the function definition and then curly bracket close. So students, till this statement we have defined the function. We have defined the swap function whose name is swap, and there are two variables in this function, pointer P1 and pointer P2, and the definition of the function is, it means what is the task of the function is. It is used to perform the swapping of two variables. So close with the curly bracket. Now start with the main part of the program, main section. So let's start with void main. Void main will start the main section, and then start with the curly bracket clear screen. Clear screen function is used to clear the previous outputs. Now we have to give the value of two variables whose value you want to swap. So for this we have to initialize two variables, or we have to declare two variables. So for example, we want to declare two variables A and B. So declare the variables integer A comma B. So we have declared two variables A and B whose data type is integer. Okay, so in the next line you want to print message on the output screen that Cout enter two elements. See, /n is optional. You can also skip that if you don't want /n. /n is used to move to the next line. So Cout enter two elements. So this line will be printed on the output screen. So you get a message on the output screen like enter two elements. So now you have to give the value of two elements. So if you have to give the value of the two elements, you have to use cin statement, because we always use cin statement to give the input of two numbers or any numbers, but whatever you want. So we have to give input of two numbers A and B. So that's why we have used cin statement. Cin input value of A, input value of B, and then close end it with semicolon. Okay, so this statement, by using this statement you can give the value of A and B. Now next line is Cout numbers before swapping. Now you want to print the value of A and B, what you have given here. Now you want to print the value of A and B on the output screen. So if you want to print the value on the output screen, so you have to use Cout statement for that. So this statement will print this message on the screen like numbers before swapping. Cout numbers before swapping. This statement will be printed on the output screen. Now Cout A is equals to, in double quotes, A. So this statement will print the value of the A, whatever you have given here, by using cin statement. So this Cout A and Cout B. So this statement will print the value of the A and B. Now why we are using these statements, or why we are printing the value of A and B? Because if we do not print that value of A and B on the output screen, then we will not be able to see on the output screen that what was the previous value of the A and what was the previous value of the B, and after swapping, now what is the value of the A and what is the value of the B. So if you want to show on the output screen that numbers before swapping and numbers after swapping, then you have to use these Cout statements. So students, I hope that you have it is understood to all of you that in the first cout statement is used just to print the message that is enter two elements. By using cin, we have entered the value of a and b variable, and then whatever value we have entered, we have print the value of a and b on the output screen by using these three statements. So that's all. Next is now swap ampersand a and ampersand b. Swap is a function and ampersand a is address operator that we use in pointer variables, address of a and address of b. So this is function calling function. So this function swap a and b, this function will call, the call will transfer from this, this statement to this statement, that is function definition. You know that call always transfers from calling function to called function. So this is the calling statement, calling function, that is swap ampersand a ampersand b, and it ends with semicolon. So when we call the function, it will transfer the call to that function, that is this function. Now swap in the bracket, the value is ampersand a and ampersand b. So it will transfer the value of a variable to pointer p1 and the value of b variable to pointer p2. Okay, so the value of a will be transferred to pointer p1 and the value of b will be transferred to p1. So once the p1 get the value of a and p2 get the value of b, now what it will do is it will perform swapping, because in the definition part we have written that how the swapping takes place. So it will take another variable t. In the p1, the value p1 contains the value of a variable. So P1 will transfer the value of A into the temporary variable and the value of P2 into P1, that is value of B into A, and then value of T into P1. So by this, by these three statements, it will swap the value of A and B. So this is function definition and this is calling function, swap ampersand a and b. Now after it swapped the values of a and b, now we have to print the value of a and b on the output screen. So for this we have applied the statement cout numbers after swapping. So numbers after swapping, cout a, it will print the value of the a, and cout b, it will print the value of the b, and get ch curly bracket close. So with this the program ends. Now what will be the output of this program? For example, you have given the value of a as 3 and value of b as 5. So it is not mandatory, but you can I can say that it is necessary to display the value of a and b on the output screen. Otherwise examiner and anyone will not be able to check the previous values of a and b and what are the values before swapping and after swapping. So after swapping, the value of the a will be 5 and the value of the b will be 3. So earlier the value of the a was 3, now the value of the b is 3. So before swapping the a was 3, now after swapping the value of the a is 5. So this is how you have to write or execute the second program. Students, you have to write all these programs in this sequence as I am explaining you. You also have to execute all the programs at your end, as well as you have to save the program as well as output, because you have to make file at the end of this program session. So it is mandatory for everyone to execute program at your end, and I have explained all the things in very detailed form. So I hope that it is clear to everyone. Apart from that, if anyone has doubt, you can send me message on my mail ID. Okay students, I will also show you this function on the C++, Turbo C++. So swapping of two numbers. So this is hash include iostream conio.h string.h swap function. In the swap we have declared two variables. So this is the function definition part. So this is the function definition part where we have defined what it will perform. Next is in the main section we have declared two variables a and b, and then we have entered the value of a and b by using cin statement, and then print the value of a and b by using cout statements, and at the end swap function we have called swap function, and then numbers after swapping swap function will call, it will transfer the call from calling function to the called function, and then after the swapping print the value of a and b. Now we will check what will be the output of this. Now what you have to do is you have, first of all you have to save the program and do not delete the path of that particular whatever it is showing, because wherever you have stored the Turbo C++, so it is so you have to save that in the C drive, and if you delete the path you will not get that executable file at that particular location in the bin folder. So first of all do not delete the path. Now we have to compile the program. So compile the program, compile. So this is you have to compile the program. Now program is successful, there is no error because in the errors it is 0, and the status of the program is success. It means program successful. Now run the program to check the output. So when we click on run, now it is showing on the output screen that enter two numbers, because we have write that statement by using cout. So enter two numbers. I have entered two numbers, 2 space 6. So always give space between two numbers, otherwise sometimes it will consider the number as a one number. Now press enter. So it you can check, we have written the message on the output by using output statement that numbers before swapping, and we have printing the value of a and b. So that's why it is showing that the numbers before swapping, the value of the a is 2 and the value of the b is 6. Now the numbers after swapping, again you have used cout statement to print the value of a and b. So you can see the value of the a is now 6 and the value of the b is 2. This is compilation, this is run. So numbers are before swapping 3 and 7, because we have used cout statements, and the numbers after swapping a is 7 and b is 3. So let's start with the third program. The second program was swapping of two numbers. The third program is write a program in C++ to input the given string including spaces. It means you have to give a string and reverse it using a function which locates the end of the string and swap the first character with the last character and the second character with the last, and so on. So it means you have to enter a string, you have to give a string, and then after that you have to print the value of the string by reversing it. So the name of the program is input the given string including spaces and reverse it. So you have, first of all you have to enter the string and then you have to reverse it. So let's start with this third program of C++. hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h, hash include string.h. You have to include string header file, because we have to use string functions, and because we have to deal with string, because it is mentioned in the statement that you have to input the string. Okay, so let's start with the main section. Void main curly bracket start clear screen function, which is used to clear the output, previous output on the output screen. Now cout enter string. So this is just a statement that you want to print on your output screen, that is cout enter string. Now you have to enter the string. So for this we have to declare the variables. So whenever we have to declare string, we have to use char data type. So this is char data type for string. So char is char data type. S is the name, whatever name you want to give to string, it is your choice. So here I have given name S, and this is the size of the string. For example, the size of the string is 100, and temp is any temporary variable that we have to use. So we have declared that variable. Okay, so here we have declared a string S, and the size of the string is 100 and temporary variable. Now next statement is gets S. Gets is a function. Gets function is used to get the value of the string and print the value of the string. So that's why we have used gets function. Now gets in the bracket name of the string is S. So you can check in the previous statement, the name of the string is S. So that's why we have written here S. So gets S. So this function gets function will get the value of the S and print the value of the S. Okay. Now next is string length function. We have used string length function on string S. So we have applied string length function on string S. Now why we have used string length function? String length function is used to calculate the length of the string. For example, we have to enter a string of 6 numbers. For example, you want to enter a name which is of whose length is 6. So string length function will calculate the length of the function. It is important to calculate the length because we have to reverse the string. So we must know first of all how many characters are in the string and how we have to reverse it. So string length function will calculate the value of the S. Whatever variable you will use, whatever name you will give to the string, you have to use that variable with the gets function as well as with the string length, because this function will calculate the length of that string. Now transfer the value of that string length into integer length. So length is a variable which contains the length of the string. Okay. So next line is integer L is equals to length minus 1. Now, for example, let's start from the end of the string. We have to replace the first character with the last character, second character with the second last character. So, suppose we are at the end of the string. Let's start from the end of the string. We are at the 6th location. Now after the 6th location, if we have calculated the length of the string and we have transferred the last character with the first, now we have to move to the 5th character. After that we have to move to the 4th character. So we have to move from the right hand side to the left hand side. So whenever we move to from right hand side to left hand side, we have to decrement the step. Because when we move from left hand side to right hand side, we always increment the steps. So when we have to move from right hand side, that is from backward to forward, we have to decrement it by 1. So that's why decrement the length by 1 and transfer that value into integer L. Okay. So students, in this statement we have declared the string whatever we want to declare, then we have applied gets function, then we have applied string length function to calculate the length of string and then calculate that value into the length variable whose data type is integer. It means it will contain value like integer 6, integer 4, whatever will be the length of the string. Now next step is decrement the length by 1 and transfer that value into integer L. Now we have to apply loop. Why we have to apply loop? Because how many steps, or tell how we have to decrement the steps, because we have to move from the right hand side to the left hand side continuously, because we have to continuously replace the characters. So for this we have to apply the loop. So for this apply for loop. For loop for integer I is equals to 0, I less than length divided by 2 and I plus plus. Now why we have applied this loop is because we have continuously moved from to exchange the values of the string. Now for example, the total length of the string is 6. Let's suppose the total length of the string is 6. Now if the length of the string is 6, it means we have to swap, or we have to interchange 3 characters. First with the last, second last with the second character with the second last, third character with the third last. So total we have to perform 3 interchanges, because after performing 3 interchanges it will reverse the string. So we have to calculate the length divided by 2, because if the length of the string is 6, so it means we have to perform 3 comparisons, we have to make 3 changes. So that's why we have to repeat the loop till the mid of the string. So if we have to move the loop till the mid of the string, so that's why we have to apply the condition as I is less than length divided by 2. So whatever will be the length, that must be divided by 2. So if the length of the string is 6, so it means 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we have to perform total 3 transformations. So that's why in the for loop we have applied this condition. Okay. Now what we have to do is, if we have to reverse a string, we have to swap the values of the string. So you know that when we have to perform swapping, we have to exchange variables by using temporary variable. So this is same. Use temporary variable, transfer the value of the S is the name of the string, ith value, transfer the ith value into the temporary variable, and L value into the I variable, and temporary value into the L variable. So you can use any of the variables, it is your choice. Then L minus minus. Why minus minus? Because it moves from backward to forward. So we are decrementing the steps. Now curly bracket close. Okay. So after applying the loop and interchanging the variables, you have to close the loop. Now we have to print the string after the reversing or after the swapping of the variables. So use cout statement to print that thing. So for example, we want to print message on the output screen like reverse of the string, and you have to print the value of the S. So that's why you have to write S here. Get ch and curly bracket close. So this will print the or reverse the value of the string. So for example, you have entered the string A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. So it will reverse the string in this way. So the first variable was A, the last was Z. Now Z is at first position, A is at last position. Next B is at second last, and Y is at second last, and so on. So this is how the string is in now reversed form. So that's why we have calculated the length. To calculate the length, now we have to move from forward to backward as well as backward to forward. So for forward to backward, we have applied for loop and we have applied the condition length divided by 2, because we have to calculate or we have to exchange the values till the mid of the string, whatever will be the mid of the string. And whenever we are at the end of, we have to move from this location to this, from this location to this. So that's why we have to decrement the steps. So this is how you can reverse a string. So with this we have completed 2 programs. Second program was swapping of two variables by using pointer variable, and the third program is reversing of a string. So students, you have to perform both the programs. With this we have completed total 3 programs, and you have to perform all the programs at your own site. So that's all for today.